Hello, good morning to Brickhouse Gardens. This is Carla and Lori and Eric, and we're very excited to introduce what we do on a daily basis here at Brickhouse Gardens. First of all, I'd like to give you a little bit of a rundown on how we started and how we're progressing in our business. I started the flower shop back in 1992 out of my garage in my home, which is a brick house. Thus it got the name Brickhouse Gardens, or started out as Brickhouse Flowers. After several years working out of my home, I grew too large to handle that, and so I moved on Main Street in a couple different locations and just gradually grew my business through the flower shop and through giftware and through very loyal customers. I continuously grew. The opportunity came to buy a business or a building on Main Street, and I did. Also with that opportunity came to buy a greenhouse. So I added the greenhouse to the Brickhouse Flowers. And that grew. It was an already established business, so it was busy and more than I could partake with my flower shop. At that point, I talked to my sister-in-law, Lori, and asked her if she would like to get together and maybe do this. At that point in her life, she thought it would be something she would like to do. And so I also mentioned maybe we could add landscaping, which she's so well and so good with the garden center product and integrating that into housing and different things that she was doing just herself around her house and around different people's. Anyway, to make a long story short, she was on board to do that. But we decided we needed a bigger building and a better location. So I sold my building on Main Street, and we, in 2004, built this establishment. It's been a better location, it's served our purpose, and it's continued to grow. We do fresh flowers, we do giftware, we do house plants, weddings, we do, of course, the garden center, we do tuxes, we rent formal tux wear that goes along with our weddings. We have local consigners who come in and they get to showcase their product, and that has been very well for us because it keeps our inventory costs down and it gives them an opportunity to show what they do, and the local people really like that, buying local and seeing the new talent in the area. So we do that too. Anything else I'm missing, Lori?
No, I think you covered that pretty well, and I'd just like to expand a little bit on the garden center. And like Carla already stated, she started the garden center down there, and at that point we purchased the plants, and when I came on board and we built this place, we had the opportunity with the expansion in the area to add on a small greenhouse to the north and the garden center. Then I was contacted by the Howard school system, and because that's where I was originally from, and they had a greenhouse up there that wasn't in use anymore and offered me a chance to use that to grow my own plants. So we started growing our own plants from seed, and that kept expanding to the point where we finally decided to purchase a larger greenhouse for down here, so we didn't have to travel back and forth quite so much. And it's done really well for us, and we continued in that area, and also then we expanded in the landscaping. We were limited at that time in the amount of jobs we could do because the garden center took up a lot of my time, and the seasons are the same. So at that point we've been looking for someone to fill the landscaping so we could expand more on that, and we came up with Eric. And we are very pleased that he's on board with us, and we hope that'll take us in another new direction. And also he likes lawn care, so we can expand in that too. So we're just hoping that it's going to work out well for everyone, and I'm sure it will us, and I'm sure Eric, you know, will do well. So I'll let you talk to Eric and see. He can give you a rundown of his education and his reason for being in landscaping.